There are a lot of reasons why this is a special day, but the reason that I'm so excited for all of you is that today's the first day of your life where you no longer need to be checking boxes. Right? For the first couple decades, it's all about jumping through hoops. You know, get these test scores, get into this college, take these classes, get this degree, you know, pay your dues and get to work. All of that ends today. The hard thing about planning your life is you have no idea where you're going, but you want to get there as soon as possible. And people here are going to tell you, like, oh, maybe you'll start a company, or maybe you'll cure cancer, or you know, maybe you'll write the next great American novel. And you're probably thinking, or no, I don't know, maybe things will go horribly wrong. I had no idea when I was graduating. I've thought a lot about what's different about the life that all of you are beginning today. And I've thought a lot about, you know, if I had to go back to 2006 and start it all over again, what would I do? And what got you here is basically being smart and working hard. But nobody tells you that today the recipe for success changes. I started my first company when I was 21. My co-founder, Andrew Crick, and I had never done this before. So, you know, we think starting a company is a big deal. We're like, well, do you need to wear a suit to City Hall, or do we need to go get like a seal so we can stamp all of our important documents? And it turns out you can just go online and fill out a form and you're done in like 2 minutes. A couple years later, things started going downhill. And it just felt like it got harder and harder to get things done, and of course I'm like, oh God, there's something wrong with me. And I felt guilty because I was unproductive, and you know, starting a company had been my dream for a long time. And so I remember this moment where I thought, well, maybe I don't have what it takes after all. So I was gonna say, work on what you love. That's actually not that helpful, right? It's so easy to convince yourself or rationalize that you love what you do. But when I think about it, the happiest and most successful people that I know, they're not just in love with what they do, they're obsessed. And they're not just obsessed, but they're obsessed with solving an important problem, something that really matters to them. I had like dogs growing up. I don't know if you've ever thrown a tennis ball for a dog, but like, you don't even have to like you don't have to throw it. You lift it up, and like the dog gets these like crazy eyes, and then you throw it, and like the leash snaps, and they go bounding off, and they're like plowing through, you know, whatever's in their way to get it. And that's what I hope all of you find, because I have other friends too who work hard and they're paid well in their jobs, but they complain and they feel like they're like shackled to a desk. So the problem is, a lot of people don't find their tennis ball right away. You know, even for me, the people that work the hardest don't work hard because they're disciplined. They work hard because solving and working on an exciting problem is fun. All right. The last trap you might fall into after school is this idea of like getting ready. Right? Don't get me wrong. Learning is still your top priority. It's the most important thing you can do. But the way you do it changes. From now on, the fastest way to learn is by doing. You know, otherwise, if you have a dream, you can spend a lifetime planning for it and studying for it and getting ready for it. But what you should be doing is getting started. As you might expect, building this company has been the most exciting and interesting and fulfilling experience of my life. But what you probably don't know, and what I haven't really talked about, this has also been the most painful and humiliating and frustrating experience too. And I look back over the years, and I can't even count the number of things that have gone wrong. Bill Gates' first company made software for traffic lights. Okay, Steve Jobs' first company made plastic whistles that allowed you to make free phone calls. Neither of these companies were successful, and it's hard to imagine that these guys were too worried about it. That's my favorite thing about what changes today. From now on, failure doesn't matter. You only have to be right once. Instead of trying to make your life perfect, give yourself the freedom to make it an adventure and go ever upward. Thank you.